Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the problems from NCERT examples and the topic is metallurgy. Okay, so let's see the first one. In the extraction of chlorine by electrolysis of brine, you know that brine is aqueous solution of NaCl. Okay, if we do the electrolysis, what happens? Okay, when we do the electrolysis of brine, what happens at anode? It is the oxidation of chloride ion, okay, forming chlorine gas giving 2 electron. This is the reaction that takes place at the anode, and at the cathode, water, okay, will get reduced basically. So water will get reduced. So water, you know that it is H plus and OH minus. Okay, it will get reduced by taking 2 electron to become what? Hydrogen gas and 2 OH minus. So this is the reaction at cathode, and overall Na plus and this OH minus will form NaOH. So basically electrolysis of brine, that is aqueous NaCl, produces chlorine gas at anode and hydrogen gas at cathode, as well as sodium hydroxide as the final product. So these are the product of this electrolysis of brine. Now we'll see the option. Oxidation of Cl minus chloride ion to chlorine gas occurs. This is correct because this reaction takes place at anode. This reaction takes place at anode, so this is correct. Let's see the second one. Reduction of Cl minus to chlorine gas occurs. This is wrong. For overall reaction, delta G has negative value. You know that electrolysis of brine, okay, it's done by the electrolytic cell basically, and electrolytic cell uh, is simply the cell in which chemical reaction for which the delta G naught is positive, okay, it's done by the help of electricity. So we can say that for this chemical reaction, delta G naught is positive, not negative, because in electrolytic cell we will be doing a non-spontaneous reaction. For this, delta G should be greater than 0. So that's wrong. A displacement reaction takes place. No, this is not a displacement. Okay, this is the electrolysis of brine where chloride ion is getting oxidized and water getting reduced to hydrogen. Okay, so the correct answer should be the first one. Let's see the next question. When copper ore is mixed with silica in a reverberatory furnace, copper matte is produced. The copper matte contains. You must remember that copper matte is chemically Cu2s plus Fe. Okay, this is copper matte. If you see the oxidation state of copper, this is +1 and iron it is +2. So it is sulfides of copper 1, okay, and iron 2. So the correct answer is third one. Third one is the correct answer for this question. Okay, third one is the correct answer for this question. Let's see the next question. Which of the following reaction is an example of auto reduction? Auto reduction, or we can say self reduction. Basically, this occurs in the case of mercury, copper, and lead. Okay. For example, in the case of lead, if we have sulfide ore, we will first roast it partially to PbO, and PbO and PbS will undergo self-reduction to form Pb and SO2, and the metal in reduced form is obtained. So this is self-reduction or auto-reduction. Clear? So first is not correct because it is the reduction of iron, okay, but by the carbon monoxide. So it is not a self-reduction. Clear? Second one is also not an example of self-reduction because the carbon is acting as a reducing agent in this case. Third one is also not a self-reduction because iron is reducing agent. Fourth one, yes, this is a self-reduction because I already told you that self-reduction is useful for these three metals, mercury, copper, and lead. Okay, so their oxides and sulfides react together to form copper or metal and sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, so the correct answer is fourth one, that is self or auto reduction. Next question. The number of elements are available in Earth's crust, but most abundant element are. Okay, the most abundant element in Earth's crust is basically aluminium and iron. So that is just the fact-based question. You have to remember that. database. So it is aluminum, the most demanded, and then iron. Coming to the next, a zone refining process is based on the principle. Okay, so you know that zone refining process already we have discussed. You can watch the video that I have uploaded on zone refining also. It based on the principle that the impurities are more soluble in molten metal than in solid metal. So that is the principle on which this process is basically based. And this process is used for producing ultra pure silicon, germanium, gallium, boron, okay, like that. Coming to the next, in the extraction of copper from its sulfide ore, the metal is formed by the reduction of Cu2O with. So already previous question we have seen that Cu2s undergoes self-reduction with Cu2O, okay, and it forms copper and SO2, okay. In this case, basically the sulfide ion, because if you want to break this Cu2s, you break like copper plus 1 plus H2 minus. This sulfide ion basically act as a reducing agent. This act as a reducing agent because the sulfur it is minus 2 oxidation state, it is going to plus 4 oxidation state. So sulfur itself getting oxidized, so this will act as a reducing agent. So if someone asks you like what is the reducing agent in the self reduction process, suppose one more example I'm taking PbO plus PbS. Okay, what is the reducing agent for this? It is forming Pb plus O2. What is the reducing agent? That is the sulfide ion. Sulfide ion is acting as a reducing agent, and that is also self-reduction. Coming to the next, brine is electrolyte using inert electrode. The reaction at anode H. That's very simple. Already discussed that when we do the electrolysis of brine, that is aqueous NaCl. Okay, what happens at anode? Anode chloride ion get oxidized to form chlorine gas, liberating 2 electron. And cathode, what happens? Water, okay, gets reduced to hydrogen gas and forming OH minus hydroxide ion. So you can see the correct answer should be the first one, where the chloride ion is getting oxidized to Cl2. Okay, so basically we can say that at anode you are getting chlorine gas, and at cathode you are getting hydrogen gas. Coming to the next, in the metallurgy of aluminium, what happens in that? Already we know that aluminium is extracted from the alumina by the Hall-Héroult process, that is Al2O3. This is first melted by using the cryolite and all. So what is that basically process? When it is melted, it will produce these ions, L3 plus ion and O2 minus, and then we do the electrolytic reduction for that, okay, and it will form aluminium metal, okay, and this get oxidized to oxygen gas at anode. So at cathode you will be getting aluminium metal, and anode you will be getting oxygen gas, okay. So what's the correct answer? Let's see. Aluminium 3 plus is oxidized to aluminium. That is wrong. This is reduction. What is that? A reduction. Because there is a decrease in the oxidation state of aluminium plus 3 to 0. So that is reduction. Graphite anode is oxidized to carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. This is perfectly correct. Because you know that anode is made up of graphite rod. Graphite rod is there. And at anode, oxidation of oxide is taking place, liberating oxygen. This oxygen will react with the graphite rod because this is carbon basically. Graphite is a carbon, allotrope of carbon. So this carbon plus O2 will react because temperature is high, so it will catch fire to form CO or CO2. And that is one of the reason we have to replace the graphite rod or the electrode time to time. So the second option is perfect, correct. Oxidation state of oxygen changes in the reaction at anode. No. Reaction at anode, is it okay? Oxidation state of oxygen changes in the reaction at anode. What is the oxidation state here? It is -2. And if you see the oxidation state of oxygen in CO or CO2, that is also -2. Okay, so there is no change. Okay, if we consider O2 -2 O2, there is a change in oxidation state because -2 to 0 oxidation state. But if I say O2 -2 final product, that is CO or CO2, there is no change in oxidation state because in carbon monoxide, okay, carbon is in +2 oxidation state, oxygen is in -2. Carbon dioxide also, carbon is in +4, oxygen is in -2. So there is no change in oxidation state. Oxidation state of oxygen changes in the overall reaction involved in the process. No. Okay. So the correct answer will be 2. Clear. No change in the overall reaction. Okay. So let me make you very clear that first oxide is converting to oxygen. There is a change in oxidation state from -2 to 0. And after that, when the carbon reacts with the graphite rod, then again there is a change and it is coming to -2. So change is -2 to 0, then 0 to -2 finally. Coming to next. Electrolytic refining is used to purify which of the metal? Basically, electrolytic refining is used to purify, okay, the metal like copper, yes. We have aluminium, yes. We have zinc. These are the metals, basically, that is used for the electrolytic refining. So correct answer is A. Zirconium, titanium, we have different methods. Okay, Van Erkel process for zirconium and titanium. Mercury, we have distillation. Silicon, germanium, we have basically zone refining. Okay, so the correct answer will be copper and zinc. Let's see the next. Extraction of gold and silver involves leaching the metal with cyanide ion. The metal is recovered by. Okay, so you know very well that gold and silver first make the complex with the cyanide ion, like this complex AgCN2 minus or AuCN2 minus, and then we get silver or gold by displacing it with zinc. So zinc forms a stable complex, that is ZnCN4 whole 2 minus, and silver is precipitated out. Similarly, in this case also it will form the complex and gold will be precipitated out. So it is the displacement by some other metal from the complex ion. That is correct. And that what is that metal? That metal is zinc.